All right, yes, Daybreak Show on Rock City 101.9 FM. Citizens Forum welcoming you once again this Thursday morning. Dele Ayodo is my name.
And I am Toby Joseph.
All right, yes, quickly, we have online, let's begin with him, the presidential spokesperson, Mr. Femi Adesina. Um, Hello, good morning, Mr. Adesina.
Good morning.
All right. Let's get what you now, as an individual, think, because this issue about restructuring, and the different position between the public and the presidency. What's your opinion about this whole talk about restructuring?
No, no, I can't speak as an individual because I work for government now. So whatever I say will be attributed to government. So you can ask me to speak as an individual.
All right, Mr. Additional. During that nationwide broadcast address by the president, he made mention of the fact that any issue of national discourse will have to be transferred to the Council of State and the National Assembly because they remain the legitimate organizations or body to look at that. Is that a sign that Mr. President is favorably disposed to discussions about restructuring?
Well, you said any issue. No, it can't be any issue. It can't be any issue. There are other issues that can be discussed without reference to either National Assembly or Council of State. It is the particular issue of structuring that he said will be referred to those people.
Okay, a source also released recently that Mr. President is planning to meet with the 36 state governors to discuss some of these issues as regards ethnic secessionist agitations, restructuring, and of course the overall security of the nation. Can you please confirm?
The president is meeting with the governors tomorrow, but because the event has not happened, we can't talk of what we are going to discuss. So it's after the event that we are going to then perhaps issue a statement to say this is what happened. Before it, we cannot talk about it because we don't know what they are going to do.
Okay, still on this restructuring, Mr. Additional. So, what's the thinking of the presidency then over the issue? It's now a public and topical debate.
You have heard the president. You listen to the broadcast. Nothing to add for now.
Okay, now let's go again to the position, or the statement on hate speeches and what government is planning to do. The vice president told us that it's going to be criminalized. But again, human rights community have said that will be tantamount to abuse of people's rights too.
There is no absolute freedom anywhere. No absolute freedom. In fact, absolute freedom tends to hurt those who exercise that kind of freedom. So there's no absolute freedom anywhere. But then, will anybody's freedom be muzzled? No. Anybody who is responsible, who talks responsibly, acts responsibly, has no cause, well, has no reason to care.
But how do we now draw the line between what people would term political vendetta and human rights or abuse?
It's clear. It's clear. There's nothing you. Hate speech is hate speech. When anybody engages in hate speech, it's going to be clear. You can't stand it political vendetta.
I agree this is the first working week of Mr. President. While he was away, there were this talk about cabinet reshuffle. Are we going to see that very soon, Mr. Additional?
That's it. The prerogative of the president. If
Oh,
he decides to do it, you'll get to know about it.
all right, Mr. Additional. Also, let's look at this cloud meeting, the Paris Club, the Paris the Paris Club reform. Is it that the president is not happy with the way these governors handle it? Why do we have
You
to
can't
look
talk,
at it again?
you can't talk about what happened in a meeting that has not held. So let the meeting hold, and then you will get a report on what happened at that meeting. But you can't talk about it before it holds.
I agreed. Not talking about it, but a lot of people have said, okay, these governors have gotten it, handled it, given their own conditions before it was even declared. Then why do you need to talk about it again at all?
I have seen a report saying that meeting is going to talk about Paris Club report. Whoever wrote that report is the one that will justify that that is actually the agenda. And I don't know. I've not seen the agenda of the meeting. That agenda may not be unveiled until that meeting comes up. So whoever says that meeting is going to be about Paris Club reform is the one that should answer it.
All right, Mr. Deshino, one of the litmus tests for the anti-corruption war of President Muhammadu Buhari administration is this recent report carried out by the committee headed by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to look into allegations against the former or suspended Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Babaji Lawal, and the DG of the NIA. Now, the report was handed over to Mr. President tomorrow. Why is all this shrouded in secrecy? Is it because the suspended SJF is a close ally to Mr. President?
I don't get that question.
Why is the recommendation in that report shrouded in secrecy? Many people expected that.
Is the recommendation final? Recommendations are not final. Once you yourself have said it's a recommendation, recommendation needs to be looked at. Recommendation is not final because there is a final authority who either approve or reject. Once the recommendation is not final.
Okay, before we let you go, let's also find out, is the presidency disturbed from statements or concerned or looking at the statement coming from the government house in Ekiti?
Coming from where?
Government house in Ekiti.
No, we never talk about Ekiti. Have you ever heard us speak about Ekiti? We don't talk about it.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. You are just taking it with a pinch of the salt. Yeah, Mr. Adesina. Hello, sir.
Hello, yes?
Okay, you said you are not talking about it. That's why I felt that is that government does not see it as anything or just.
We don't talk about Ekiti. That is it. Let's leave it there.
All right, Mr. Deshino, before we let you go, we understand that you have a very busy schedule this morning. The issue that has refused to go away is the IPOB threat to peace and stability in the southeast region led by Nnamdi Kanu. Mr. President gave a very strong worded statement as regards those who are actually negotiating, trying to negotiate the unity of the country. And he said the unity of the country is settled and non-negotiable, as he also agreed with the late Dame Ojukwu. What is the plan of the administration to curtail all these agitations? Do you have any plan to rearrest Nnamdi Kanu to stop all these agitations?
I'm glad to quote a word you said, the threat to national unity. Those are your words. Now, if there is a threat to national unity, must a responsible government just fold his hands? Must a responsible government allow that threat to become reality before it does anything? The Constitution says that the protection of life and property is the sole responsibility of government. So any government worth its salt will not fold its hands till law and order breaks down before it does something. That would be my response.
All right, thank you very much. Special advisor to Mr. President and Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina. Thank you for joining us on the show this morning.
All right, that's the way we are starting this morning, and those are the issues we want to look at. That interview we just heard from with Femi Adesina. Of course, almost everything being said, according to them, remains from the terrain
Mhm.
of media reports, and that the presidency will or the president will react to all of them appropriately. I think on the IPOB issue, Toby, the interpretation of what we said is that government intends to deal with that issue as a national threat, which is
Threat.
the constitutional right anyway of Mr. President. Of course, it's also dismissed whatever information or story or statement coming from Ekiti House. As far as they are concerned, the those statements from the government house in Ekiti does not get to their own table, does or neither does it get to become any part of what they think, even for a second. That's Mr. Femi Adesina. Of course, for restructuring, well, it's still neither here
No,
nor
there.
there from the presidency.
Anyway, restructuring, don't forget, is a very touchy subject for different groups, different ethnic nationalities. So one thing you cannot wish away is the fact that Mr. President at no point in time ever promised to look into the issues of true federalism, fiscal federalism, or restructuring. Even though his southwestern allies that went into the same coalition to form the APC were always favorably disposed to it.
So let's agree that the president or even the political party never promised that.
Yes.
But the truth right now is that it has become is spreading, is a national thing among
Yes.
many Nigerians.
It will be
Whether they
difficult
are
to control
correct,
now.
exactly whether they are correct to agitate for it or they are wrong is a separate issue. But because it is obvious that Nigerians are talking about it, I think government should be responsive, should also react to it. That's what people are saying. And interesting too, or disturbingly too, what exactly is restructuring or to different people remains a different thing. And surprisingly, those who initially say they don't want to structure will speak in a manner that also tells you that because the evolution of power is part of the restructuring they are talking about, because it's a complete thing. Nobody is saying break it down, but when you say restructure, it means readjust, change some things. That's what I mean. Newspaper report this morning said the Kano state government is calling for state police. That is part of restructuring they are talking about. The Sultan, who says they're not opposed and that, is also saying there must be less power or more power for the states. That is part of the restructuring people are talking about. Um, Imagine what happened with the Oshomale speech yesterday, where people disagree with me, saying it's a political thing. It is the same Oshomale who also said the revenue allocation formula should also be changed in favor of the state. I think that is the restructuring people are talking about. So I think it has to do with the interpretation of those who are leading us or those who are governing us, and then what they think or mean about it now determines where they stand on it. But again, like I said, except one wants to pretend, it is spreading. The issue about structure is spreading. It is real. So government should look at it. But from what Mr. Adesina does, at least as such today, the position is that the president's position has not changed about restructuring. He referred up to the statement he made about restructuring, and that is it. Nigeria remains indivisible. Of course, I as an individual want to be a Nigerian.
Mhm.
I prefer this size. In fact, I prefer a larger Nigeria. If we can annex Republic of Benin to the other countries and make them part of Nigeria, that's what I want. A
Okay.
big, big Nigeria, not a small Nigeria. Anyway, yes, we just set the tone for this morning. Citizens Forum will go over to you, our listener. Let's get your own interpretation, comments on what Femi Adesina, this presidential advisor on media, just told us. 0809868734 and 0909146967 remains the two telephone numbers. Please keep to the rules of the game. No insult, no abuse on any individual personality. Don't come out with claims that you cannot substantiate. And of course, you don't have to begin to free can antagonize the position of the other caller. State your position is a debate thing. Superior argument will prevail. That's the way it should be done.
All right, 0809 are the numbers to call. You can also reach us via the short code 32120. All you have to do is to type rock, ROCK, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. Our social media platforms are also available at Rock City FM is our Twitter handle. Rock City FM 101.9 is our Facebook fan page.
Hello, who is there? Good morning.
Good morning, Dele.
Morning.
My name is Dr. Uncle. I'm calling from Assurity. Dele, I listened to Tobi. Good morning. I listened to that interview and it was clear, surgical, and crisp. There was no ambiguity about it. There are a lot of rumors in the papers and Facebook, and that's what we are reading. And the man said, we are not discussing. I don't see anything I don't know. The restructuring, whatever, nobody has discussed it apart from what we are doing. Then let me go to the issue of the restructuring. If what you have just described is the restructuring, then I'm restructuring every day. Because I've decided not to eat rice again because I can't afford it. So that's restructuring. If that is the case, then that is not an issue to be discussed because it's an everyday event. But when we make it as if an issue of national discourse, then it becomes a different thing entirely. I have read several articles in the paper daily to look at what is it structuring. I could not find a common stand. The only way I could discuss my FM was that it's an economic issue with political down. That's all. We want power to come to our side. We want the oil revenue to be this thing. It's all economic issues. That's it. So when people say that Nigeria depends on that restructuring, we must also die, then it means something is wrong. We don't understand it. They should crystallize it. People who are the talk about should crystallize so that we know what they really mean. Father is said a different thing. Nobody just says another thing. What do you call it? This man in the Bible says another thing. Which one is restructuring? Except what they're talking about. I don't want to eat about again because I can't afford it. I start eating rice. Restructuring. If that's the case, then it's okay. We continue like that. But I don't see anything there which is this so spectacular about this whole restructuring because this is a topic of the moment. In the next 3 months, we are not going to be discussing that one again, and we'll put that one in the dustbin. So these are media creations. Then they go to supermarket and ask the woman whether they talk about restructuring. This restructuring noise is because of me and you who have access to telephone and television, and we believe that represents what Nigerians are talking about. No, Nigerians are talking about bread and butter stuff. How to eat?
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, you can try again. Good morning. 32120 for the short code. And of course, our Twitter handle is at Rock City FM. Hello.
Dele.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
Morning. I greet you.
I reply you, sir.
Good morning, I'm Kyle from Abuja. See, I had my man from Abuja, Femi Adesina, has spoken the mind of every Nigerian. And then I believe in this government. There's no doubt that the people that are asking for restructuring are just deceitful, mischievous set of people that had governed us before now. But because my own thinking of restructuring is to restructure our mind and then to be in that principle of God. Let us hold on to that principle of God, which is the truth. We have not been speaking the truth as a nation. And as the people that have been, are agitating for restructuring, they are not of the truth at all. And that is the problem we are facing up to today. And if we have somebody that is probably trying to see the way forward in tackling the issue of that conception called corruption, then we must be able to probably follow him. If we can't follow, we must be able to see that idea is just worth it. You see, when you don't believe in the worth and value of others, what you now start running for or after is to look for one thing or the other as resentment or for whatever in the person that is governing or leading you. And I begin to see that people that we're supposed to see as leaders now, old leaders for that matter, that saw in Jonathan that he was not given to this issue now because they have eaten the milk of this nation dry. And then coming back now, it's to me as if they are not just after the interest of the masses at all. They are only after their interest. And until when we kill this
All right,
corruption
Kennedy.
that we are talking about, we can't have anything. So
Thank
to go
you.
to National Assembly to ask
Thank
for
you.
restructuring.
Thank you. 08098687344 and 32120 for the short code message. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, this is Gio Ishukwati coming from Ashiru. Yeah, my question is very clear. Honestly, we don't need to deceive ourselves. When we are talking about, restructuring the system, those who are saying, the structure is this, the structure is that. It's like when we live in an egalitarian society, a society where there is justice, there is equity, there is, peace, we'll be able to now, we will not be suspecting ourselves. Honestly, even if somebody says they believe in a particular person or in a particular government, it does not change the fact that, yes, we are in one area that we must continue to live together as one. But then when they are talking about restructuring does not mean that they will not be castigating some people. Because we should live in America. When Martin Luther King Jr. started to clamor for egalitarian society, they realized that that society is unjust. And that is what an average black man is now enjoying today. A situation whereby some people will now be getting resources, getting certain resources from a particular place, and some people will not be enjoying it far better than others.
Thank you.
Those are the disparities that we are
Thank
talking
you.
in the system.
Thank you.
And I believe.
Thank you. All right, let's add your voice to this earlier. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Dele, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Yes, I like our guest, Adesina. What they call it, silence is the answer. Food. So we answer is about the situation in Nigeria. I'm telling you, we just want to save ourselves. There's anywhere there's no unity, whatever, there might be progress, but the progress will not be it will not be how would I put it now? We will not get to where we are supposed to be really. So what is the problem? Why are we not united? Our leaders have been deceiving us, they are deceiving themselves too. Something must be wrong somewhere. So that's I don't know whether it's structure or something, but they have to do something different from what they have been doing in the past. I'm telling you, if the whole money is not in the federal port, the Dele will not be able to park those trillions of dollars or naira it took. So let the resources to some extent be controlled by the state and give out to the federal government for our defense, foreign affairs, and other things. So, but talk about roads, agriculture, let it be state. And to make the federal government slim and to be to be more active. And the job is to do this. And other states will they will do their own job very well. They say we are between ourselves, then we need something different. So how to be united. And I'm sure maybe that was what will unite us. If not, you can't go like this.
So is that what you, Yinka, is that what you call or define restructure as restructure?
Yeah, this is the kind of they have to change things. The way they are doing, they have to change things.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you. Let's get to what you think about the interview earlier on with Femi Adesina. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. From Senegal. Okay. All right.
Please, talking about the restructuring, I believe that the restructuring is about constitutional review and amendment. That is, if the constitution is being reviewed, all loopholes thereby creating an atmosphere of corruption and impunity has been blocked. You will see that the level at which people are running for this post is reduced. So I believe that the restructuring system is talking about the constitutional review and amendment. Let all the legislators, let them sit down with the judicial arm. Okay, how can we put in policies, laws, and everything to ensure that the rate of corruption reduces? You see, one thing I know is that if this law, it's not about even enacting the law, it's about enforcing the law. So by the time everybody begins to see that, oh, those who are being caught in the act are holy, are all demanded, then we will see, there will be a change. Thank you very much. Good morning once again.
All right, again, let me quickly say that we are not specifically talking about restructure or restructuring. Rather, we are talking about the interview with Femi Adesina. He talked about restructure. Really, he talked about IPOB as a national threat. He talked about the government house in Ekiti, and of course, also talked about the different stories coming from the media and saying they are mere imaginations of those who are writing them, which also includes uh, cabinet change. I said that will come when the government feels it is necessary. So you can pick any of these for your discourse. Hello. Okay, 32120. In a couple of minutes, we will check those messages. Morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. 080986873440 0909146967. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Tobi. Yes, my name is Tobi Amalaolu. I'm calling from Ayodo.
All right, thank you.
Then you see, the issue of disruption, I want to say the issue of disruption matter. We should not really like that. But the president should concentrate on anti-corruption today. He's very well. Just allow him and support him not to achieve success in that regard. But still on priority,
Silent.
something must be done.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Mr. Sunday Stevenson from Ayodo.
All right.
What is on ground is that because this issue of restructuring is like when someone is about to say the truth or you want to tell you the truth. Because the interview we just had with our the president is not based on the structuring. We didn't mention about time. We did mention about the shuffling of the cabinet. Why is it that people are insisting on that restructuring? We should keep on repeating this restructuring.
Just give your position. Leave what people are saying. If you don't agree with them, does not matter. Say what you think you agree with. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Leave those who are talking about restructuring. Let's have your own thought.
That we need restructuring, whether they like it or not. All those things they are doing is just eye service. We need it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay, we'll continue to say that. Good morning. Let's get your position. Leave that. Morning, sir. Thank you.
I can understand that the message that the feeling of the passport has given. But generally, when you go around, everything will come back to that extra thing and definitely the paper as of now. Look at not around. Look, just like my dear friend of economic passport of as long as we are still running away from the position of power, and I make both mistakes. When you summarize all the variables involved in so-called restructuring today and analysis, it comes down to that central point, the focal point, which is the evolution of power. The moment you are able to achieve the evolution of power, all other factors of two-people federalism, self-determination, resource control, and everything would, should, and must offset the what is placed almost automatically, not necessarily automatically. Because there is no way with enough power that people will not have control over their resources, that there will not be two-people federalism.
Hello, okay.
That you will not have successfully weakened the center that has been centrally. And once you weaken the center, all these agitations will fizzle out gradually, and it will now be going for the jugular
right, thank you. Let's add your call and we check out the messages in about 4
Good
minutes.
morning.
Morning.
This is Alaba John.
Thank you, sir.
Now, when you people who have talked about restructuring do not uh, you do not actually understand what they were talking about. You know, when you have construct and you say it or reconstruct, you know, it means something. Now, let us say that Nigeria is a structure, I said, as a country. When you say you want to reconstruct or restructure, it means you want to rearrange. That is the simple meaning. Not breaking up of Nigeria. No, it's not possible. Except the Lord God makes it to be. But restructuring means rearranging that everything within that component body called Nigeria. That is what I can say about it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, citizens from Daybreak Show. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right.
yes, although I did not that someone cannot be taken that one of the I can some of the based on what you have said that it is. Yes, am I still on here?
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
are.
are.
Yes, yes. I believe that there is a difference between evolution of power and the evolution of the economy. Just like what the Sultan have said, that we don't need evolution of power. Because for people, we Nigerians, you know, we like taking things upside down. You know, some people can capitalize on the evolution of power as a means of prestige or, you know, breaking up. So let us dwell on the evolution of the economy. Even this government has started in the area of power. It has empowered all the states to generate their own, you know, electricity. It's a good one. It's a starting point, you know. And the government, even some governors of APC, like Akeredolu, and I think the governor of Kano State, is talking about state police. It's a welcome development. So let us talk about the evolution of the economy from the central to the state, because we believe that the central has already been overcooked part of overloaded, you know. And talking about the issue of these groups that are posing threats to the government, I believe that I want to go with Mr. President that it is high time the security agents begin to call them, begin to, you know, take them to the cleaners. It is very, very important, and even including the violent Fulani herdsmen, you know, so we come to one peace in our nation, and the unity of
Thank you.
Nigeria is not negotiable.
Thank you. Approaching your 2 minutes. Thank you. All right, let's move away from the telephone lines and check out your messages.
This one says Nigeria is okay as one nation, but it should be restructured so to accommodate what it was in the 60s for each zone to progress or slow down at their own pace. But North doesn't want that. Otumba Adebo, same thing, that one. Uh, this other one says any attempt to rearrest Nnamdi Kanu will eventually sink the so-called Nigeria. We need Biafra and not restructuring. That is all. That's Onyeka. Okay, Onyeka, we got your message. And this one says, I don't think Dr. Nkomankano didn't know what restructuring is. Uh, were they not in Nigeria when we had four regions that produced much progress in the western and eastern parts, while the north was slow and is still slow till date? Restructuring means having autonomous 4 or 6 zones and a weak center. Otumba Debo sent in that one.
That's your opinion.
All right, everyone is entitled to have an opinion. Don't forget. We have some tweets also. This one from Professor Agula AAA says, I have nothing to analyze in the submission of additional. He dodged almost all the questions you asked him. He's now a politician. Okay, that's another opinion of yours. Keep the messages coming, and of course, the short code number is 32120. All you have to do is to type rock and leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. IK sent in this message. If the unity of this nation is not negotiable, then we must restructure. All right, that's it.
Okay, so we'll go back to the telephones. You can try again 0909146967. Hello. Hello. Morning.
I'm Prince Joe, speaking from Daybreak Show.
Thank you.
If peace in this country, restructuring is the answer. The country has been affected because the system is rotting. We operate through federalism, and we don't need to continue to deceive ourselves. Education shows people, that at least through federalism, through practice. You see, in the past, when we were operating regional system, it was progressive. There was then positive rivalry and so on and so forth. But now, reverse is the case. So if we want peace in this country.
Let's add your call 0909146967. We have about 3 minutes on this segment. Yes, sir. Good morning. Thank you.
Oh, please. It's a China is beginning to remind people what the structure is all about. I want you to understand that the only people that is in out of government always complain about the people on seat, they did not believe what the structure is all about. So that's what I want to do. But I could remember when our former vice president, we never think of our restructuring. Now it's clamoring for it. The same vice president that is now never believed it. God knows what the next government that is coming down will fight for. And God help Nigeria.
Amen.
If Nigeria is not moving forward, there is one place. If it is moving forward, all this accusation will be over.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
0909146967. Hello, morning. Hello. Okay, you can also try 0809868734 and 32120. That's where you send your short code message to. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Comrade Olorode Suleiman Kolawole, and I'm calling you on behalf of the good people of the Central 2019. Good morning, Junior.
Morning.
One, I want to commend Nigerian security as we defense corps in the Nigeria entirely.
Oh, sorry. That's you have to pick any of Femi Adesina's position. That's what we are looking at. Thank you. Is that what you want to discuss, or you keep that till tomorrow on the open day?
Thank you.
All right, keep that till tomorrow on the open day. Okay, let's take this last one on this segment. 0909146967 or 0809868744. Yes, Citizens Forum Thursday edition on Rock City 101.9 FM here in the city of Abeokuta. Examining that interview we had earlier on at the beginning of the program with Femi Adesina. You are on.
Hello?
Move away from the radio quickly. You have just 1 minute.
Okay. This is Dr. Ogotoye from Obadugo.
All right, let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Dele.
Good morning.
But to me, I'm not speaking ourselves. Things are not moving well, honestly. There is need for total restructuring. And when we talk about restructuring on the defense, I think the power from the center is too much. And there's no way that someone has already said, when you talk about this power automatically, then the economy aspect of it will be addressed automatically. So power from the center needs to be looked into.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
That's my take.
All right, and that's where we will take the break to allow the national news to come up. After that, yes, we'll be back taking calls. Keep sending your message to 32120, but just type ROCK before your message and then forward it to that number again, 32120.